So you got to learn the rules and play by the rules, and sure, push the envelope, be bold, be daring, but you know what? Be creative. And that is why in Copy Chief, I think what makes us so special, and the reason that people regard a Copy Chief copywriter, all of you, as something special, and why they pay good money and fly long distances to come meet you at Copy Chief Live, and they want to get to know you inside of this platform, is because you come to this with integrity, and you understand that if we're really good at what we do, and we study our craft, and understand what makes us particularly good at copywriting, at communicating, at sharing our message, at inspiring our audience to want to come do business with us. And we can then do that for our clients as well. That is the ultimate advantage. It isn't some BS hack or trick, or, it just it just makes me nauseous. The biz-oppy kind of claims and promises and manipulations, and it all comes from a place of fear, and you can smell it. And trust me, if you sense that somebody's full of crap, you're probably right. Don't ignore that instinct to see someone's pattern and see that they're not following through on their word, and they're not delivering what they promised, and the facts of their lives as they announce them don't seem to add up. And like somebody will announce some big win that they had, or some big thing that's coming up, and all of a sudden you're not hearing so much about that anymore, and they expect you to not wonder why. You just, we'll just move on and keep talking and say the next. You're like, if you're suspicious, trust your instinct. Check people out. Who are you following? Who are you trusting? You know what I'm saying? Because the way to have no competition in this business is two things: your integrity and your worldview, your DNA, the things that you are drawn to, that you decide to study, that you pay attention to, that you go deep on, whether that's previous work experience, whether that's things that you went along with and became sort of a proxy expert in because that was your first career. And even though, you spent 20 years as an engineer and didn't particularly have your heart in it, but you have a ton of knowledge. Okay, that's something. And then it's all the stuff that you're super passionate about: music, books, outdoor activities. Do you love the water? Do you love the ocean? Do you love to scale tall buildings without a rope? Are you that guy who stops traffic because once a year he climbs the Willis Tower with, whatever you're into, man? That is your unique DNA, and the way to have no competition. And let me tell you something. That's why this is a long game that we're playing here. Copywriting, freelancing, this marketing business, this is not a quick win. I tell you, man. And anymore, and this is what I'm talking about with understanding the platforms and what motivates them and what drives them. And it's a perilous scenario, and you can't predict all the changes, and but what you can do is hedge your bet in your favor by staying on top of compliance, seeing the big picture, understanding what these companies are dealing with internally. If Zuckerberg is about to get called before the Senate again to answer some hard questions, you can bet your ass that compliance is about to get even stricter. If you see a trend in FTC lawsuits in certain industries, you've got to pay attention to what the consequences of that are going to be, because the leaders in those industries are about to tighten up and change things and have to reinvent. And so here's the cool thing. When we only focus on the numbers, we only see the result. And the people achieving the highest numbers are at the greatest risk of losing their way of doing what they're doing. And it's sometimes interesting and ironic that they need to revert back to finding a way to do things that they may have deemed too slow in the past. So for instance, if all you're focused on is front end acquisitions and you'll do and say anything you can to get people to buy your low end front end product and become a name on your list, a customer in your file, and you've never taken time to study the art of nurturing a lead into your funnel. And how do we nurture? We nurture the same way we nurture any relationship, with a value exchange, not a vague idea of value, dropped a value bomb, like literally consistently giving, consistently showing up.